Hey, okay, so this is what we learned in the first tutorial. Basically, I think I don't properly understand it yet, but she was basically showing us how to perform a transfer function. So she started off with letting us get a quick review on the basic MATLAB code, like multiplication, division, subtraction, addition, all those things. So we started off with this first line. I think this is it. I can't quite remember because I didn't write this one down, where TF represents transfer function. The next part is where we entered the functions. So C equals 4s squared plus 3s plus 1 divided by s. This will be controller. Then we have the plant, which was 6s cubed plus 5 plus 5s squared plus 2s plus 3 divided by 5s squared plus 1. This would have been plant. Next, we would have the feedback, which will be basically 1 divided by 3s plus 6 feedback. And we run it, and we get a certain matrix on the workspace, as you can see here. Next thing we do is we enter the code, the command rl_tool. Now rl_tool is something that's used to open a window called SISO or SISO. So when I click on F5, this window appears here. Sorry, it appeared in the other window, but this is basically what appears. So let me try that again. These two windows appear. When these two windows appear, this is the graph that you'll be entering, that you'll be seeing the display on. As you can see here, this is the this is the architecture for the actual system. It's a basic system, so we have the control, the feedback, which is H, the actuator, as well as the input. So when you go into control architecture, as you can see, you have different sets in which you can actually organize your controls, but we'll leave it as the one that we were given. So to plot this graph, you go into system data, you go into browse, and then you select the one for control, which is G. Import, click OK, and well, I think I did something a bit wrong since we got a different graph, but let me try that again. But this is basically the general idea as to what we did in class. C is the controller. C. Okay, as you can see, we get different graphs, mainly because I probably assigned them incorrectly, or they also depend on the kind of function that you create. So that's just general gist of it, and hopefully next class you should be able to see exactly what we did. So once again, we created our function, then we ran it, we got these results, then we enter the command rl_tool, which opens these two windows right here. This is the graph, and this is the architecture. If you want to change the architecture, you go into control architecture, as you can see here. Or if you want to enter the system data or assign based on the functions that you have, the corresponding letters, you can click on system data, click on browse, then click on whichever letter that you had in the code, and then click on whichever corresponding letter that corresponds based on the current architecture. So I hope that has been of some help, and yep, all the best.